Hello everybody, actually here with another episode of Hearthstone Deck Maker. So yeah, it's been a while since I'm doing this, and I have a new deck to show you. I don't think this actually surprised anyone, but our deck today is no surprise. It's a Jade duid. I have some other packs which I want to do, but I'm kind of interesting about this one because this actually bring a new feature which is Jade Golems, and this deck actually needs a little bit of explanation because it's a little more technical than the other decks. So I spent probably some time with explaining this. So be patient because this need some time before I explain this philosophy. So basically, currently, there can be multiple different class which can use Jade Golems, but in my opinion, a class which can do this best, which is best for a Jade Golems are is Druid, and it's because this card. With this card, I actually use two terms: boosting your board and boosting your decks. To give you idea what I actually mean by that, because this card have a few options. Shuffle three copies on this card in the deck, which I mean that is by term boosting your deck, and the other one summon Jade Golem, which I mean boosting your board. So don't make mistakes these two because it can be a little confusing. So basically, the thing with the Jade Golems is basically for people who don't know this, but I'm pretty sure most of the people do, but just for the sake of uh, explain this every time, if you summon first Jade Golem, it's 1-1, but every another Golem is basically 1 point better stat. So second is 2-2, third is 3-3, and it's continued this way forever. Reason why I believe Root is best is simply because obviously more Jade Golems or cards which can create Jade Golems is in your deck that basically make your deck stronger, and because this card basically let you add infinite amount of copies of this card in your deck and basically is dedicated this and nothing else. That's mean this deck can be in theory infinitely strong. However, it's a little more tricky than it looks because this is obviously basically a most important card in this deck. And the use of this card is a little tricky to use. Take it being able to take advantage from this. Obviously, this deck is not in its final form. There are some other cards which I add later, which can they are able to basically improve the way how this deck work, and I probably do that. But right now, it's fully playable and it's actually more fun than I expected. But well, like I said, it's all same time a little tricky. So let me explain this. So basically, if you want to boost your deck for sake of having like more firepower by choosing like three copies in the deck, that is good because A, you make your deck stronger. You have a potentially much stronger golems, and B, because there is more of them, then you have much higher chance to actually draw golem. That's good. But you should probably be a little crazy and don't do this too much. Simply because if you do that, then basically this card by itself directly really don't do anything. You don't do any damage, you don't have a minion on the board, which means if you do this too much, you can easily be in being stuck in a situation where your deck is basically full of Jade Idols, but you have nothing in your hand, and that is bad. This is actually second version of this deck. The first one, which I have, looks very much different, but I picked this one because it needs some changes, and this mechanic is reason why. So even if you definitely wanna throw more copies of this card in your deck, you should probably be a little careful while doing this. Other than because you can be like stuck in a situation where you have tons of Jade Idols in your deck and basically no cards to play. This is something which can happen, and you should be pay attention, basically be grateful for having two options, and need to be careful which of them you do. Obviously, you want to have more of them, but if you go too crazy, it's gonna be bad. So what do you do? There's basically three possible options. First, and that is your worst situation. Worst, where basically your opponent have already cards on the board and you are not, and you don't have any cards which you can play anytime soon. And in this situation, you basically probably choose the first option, and that is summon a Jade Golem, because it probably don't stop your enemy, but you need to have something on your board, and this is exactly the situation which will lead the situation which I described before, and that is you can have tons of golem in your deck. Your deck can be potentially like really little, but if you cannot play them, that is bad for you. A slightly better situation is a situation when nobody have a cards on the board, so nobody basically get lead yet. In that case, you can like decide which one of these options you want to do, and this is something you probably should decide based on your other card in your hand. If you have cards which you can play immediately, or at least in the next following turn, then you should maybe throw Jade Golem 3 copies in your deck because you are confident in your situation. And but if you don't have any card which you can play soon, then you should probably the Jade Golem, which most likely don't stop your opponent, but it can make him slow down. So it's up to you, and it's about other cards which you have in your hand. And the best situation for you, it's basically if you already have something on your board and you are the one who have a lead. In that case, you don't need to hesitate and throw them into your deck so you can make your deck stronger. So using of this card, using which one of these options you choose is really depends on situation. That's good because Druid is most flexible class in the game, and this is where this really is shown. So even if you are in situation where you can basically throw more of these in your deck, the question is how many. That is something which you really need to decide, and I would say in a normal situation, obviously more of you have, it's better for you. But as I said, even if you are confident with your current card, it can be still a little risky. So I usually going with doing this twice. Going if the situation let me do that. Because in normal situation, I have like one, two, three, four, 5, 6 cards, which means I can summon total of 6 golems, one last of them be 6 minions, which is playable, but it's nothing special. But if I do like this twice, then I can go like get basically 4 extra copies of this card, which basically I can summon total of 10 golems, and the last one will be 10, which is pretty powerful, especially if you like summon with this card, which basically is 10 for War Crystal, which is really, really powerful. But as I said, it depends on situation. So if you can definitely boosting your deck is a really good idea. But be careful how much you do. It's obviously better is more. But the thing about is this card is kind of like money. The purpose of the money is being spent. If you wanna like boost your deck, like having like crazy amount of these cards, then that's nice. But you want to be able to play them. If you cannot do this, they are pretty much useless. Just like money, their purpose is being used. Like you can boost a little bit your deck, but not too much. That is at least something which worked for now. Um, Obviously, after this card, another card which is extremely important and extremely powerful, especially with this deck, is this card. For obvious reasons, because with this card you always have this dilemma like, should I summon a golem or take more copies, basically boost my deck. With this card on board, you basically don't care. And what's best about this card can effectively boost effectiveness of this card. Basically, you use it and you basically get four extra golems if you can combine this card and this card. One you can get immediately on a board, and three more copies of the card in your deck. Which means even if you are able to do this one, then this is really like useful for your deck. Like best situation here, far as I can tell, is like throw this card and this one immediately after that. Your opponent probably be able like realize threat of this card, and even if this card die in the next turn, even if you able to do this just once, it's still like really serious boost for your deck. A similar situation is with this card, which obviously giving you two copies of the card, and that can be useful for basically all Jade cards. So this one or this one or this one, it really doesn't matter, because as I said, with Jade golems, the rule more of them you have, that make your decks much more stronger. Um, Another thing which is here, this is basically like primary mechanics and most important thing about this deck. As I said before, because this card can basically leave you in a situation where your hand is empty, like your deck overflowing with Jade idols, but you have nothing in your deck. So this is the reason why for this deck is really important. Have a bunch of cards which let you basically draw more cards. Which is the reason why this card is here, and obviously this card. Normally I using the crystal option, but here I usually try and draw more cards. Also, this card is really important for this deck because every time when you cast a spell, and this card is basically act like spell, so they are really do who have good synergy. So even if you're like losing cards from your hand here, you immediately get as exchange to something here. So you can basically combine these cards and being like really effective, especially if you be able like combine this card with this card, and there are some crazy combination which you can do, so you can get a lot of that from doing that. And of course, there is also a little more interaction in this deck. First, there is quite a few spells in this deck, so obviously I have a cards which can react on this. I have a Mana Addict, obviously. I have Violet Teacher. I have Earth Mana Worm. And of course, Arcane Giant. Because this deck, thanks to this card, have potentially limitless supply of spells. So if you cast many of them, and even if then you can basically get a big benefit from this. As I said, this card directly really itself really don't do anything, so be careful. But at the same time, only fact itself, this card is count as a spell, giving you this reaction, so you can get bonus here, you can get um interaction here, and here. So if you have a few cards here, that can basically help you a lot. So this is basically why this card here, and of course this card is here because I want to have access some silence. This is very strategic card. Um, yeah. So Another reason why this card is here, because as I said, this card is here is its primary purpose on this deck is being combined with this card. But there's few more cards which have this mechanic choose one, such as this one, here, and here. So if you are lucky and you can play more of these cards, that makes things even better for you. So even if this card's primary purpose is basically amplifying or strength of this, and it can still increase the power of some other cards, and there is some really nice interaction. As I said, this is not the definitive version of this deck. I definitely want to do some improvements in future. Reason why actually I don't have a summoning stone because there is not too many high cost cards. Well, technically there is this and this, which is relatively high cost, but basically that is really likely with this deck. You have a lot of Jade Isles, so there is a high chance you get these. So this is the reason why I don't have a Medivh here. And this card here basically have no any specific purpose here. I guess I can exchange it for some another card. There's plenty of really good cards which can be played here. But I didn't find anything which I finding like especially like good interaction for this deck. So I choose this card simply because it's a choose one card and because of that it can interact with this thing. So this is why. And it's similar situation with some other card. Also, I have this card because I know there's more cards which let you basically draw some extra cards, but I currently don't have them. So I made this card or this card eventually exchange for something better. I don't know yet. But yeah, this deck definitely have some changes in the future. But far as I can tell, for now, it's worked relatively well, and it actually worked much better than I expected. So this is how I expected. Explain how this deck is structured and how what is basically philosophy. It's a basically deck which is primary about Jade Golems, but secondary also slightly about spells. Um, yeah, it really don't look like anything special, and unlike my previous decks, which was usually really simple and really um easy in terms of understanding, this one is a little bit more like you need to be really careful or specifically with this card because it is really easy like go overboard with this card, and if you push too far it can turn against you. So this is like a really dangerous thing about this card. So you need to be prepared and based and act on your current situation. So that is, I believe, enough for explaining things, and let's put this deck in the action so you can see how well it's worked. So let's do this.
Versus Anduin!
Okay,
The
win
light
three.
shall bring victory.
I must protect the wild.
Okay. Go on. No, yes. And we will see how long let's get rid of grab one. We will see how well this works. Oh my god, I hate this card so much. Play this card. It's nothing. This card is basically unlike card which I'm making here for. Basically, I believe it's one of the best Hearthstone card. Definitely make my opponent busy. Have no can heal that, but it costs him from a mana.
Mind if I roll need?
Okay.
Someone called.
I don't have anything.
Ugh, what a
I
rush!
wanna do this. Um,
For the wild.
for a split of second, I forget I'm playing as duid. I'm like, okay, I can heal him. Nope, I cannot. Not the situation. Guess somebody died. Nope, still doing this. Really? Okay, you say so. Let's do next. Okay, now it's a situation where
Pay
am
attention,
pretty
class! What a rush!
I'm relatively confident with my card here, so I probably throw this in my deck, which I can get interaction with this card, and let's
Pay
see how.
attention, class!
Okay, he had this. Okay, whatever.
I'm
Really?
ready to learn.
You do realize you lose this card in the next turn, right? And maybe he does. Okay. I don't think he can do anything. I'm relatively feel confident. Let's place
I'm
one
ready to learn.
Ugh, what
with
a rush!
this,
For the wild.
Instruction
clear the
begins!
board, and then next turn I play this, so I can start placing my first drawings, and this card can also make him busy for some time. Let's he do something like this, which is really not too much useful. Really, really, what the hell are you doing? Huh? Oh, dude. Okay.
Instruction
First,
I
begins!
shall do as you say.
seems like I'm doing really well. So far, I really don't need to use too much guns to do it. But we I can go on going down, so I guess I should probably summon more cards. So let's draw more.
I'm ready
Really
to learn.
much needed for this card. We have this and this and this. I need this card sooner, but I think I actually can use this card right now because we have an interaction. I have 4 minions here. Let's make one more. This is probably a good idea.
I'm ready to learn.
Nice.
I shall do as you
You are
say.
in trouble,
Instruction
sir.
begins!
You are in big trouble. I don't even need Jade drones to kill you. Well, he still can do a few nice things because, like, which was really so let's do it. No, really? Let's do this and this. Okay,
I'm ready to learn.
and you see? This is how you do interaction.
Instruction
Hey, hey,
begins.
Job done.
Ah, how about that? And my Arcane Giant still going down. I don't need. I can all. That don't help you. That really don't help you that much. So, what's next? I think I can do this.
Instruction begins.
I shall do as you say.
For the wild.
I will jump to my next in this round, but it looks good so far. And next turn
The
I
gates
can.
are open.
You still don't
Is
give
someone
up, but
injured?
that is okay.
In the light's name.
But I don't think this helps you that much, going to be honest. Okay, that's probably a fast card for this. So what I wanna do here is I think I have a little too many cards, so let's place
I am ready
this
to learn.
on that.
I must
No,
safeguard the land.
actually, I don't need silence. I can kill him.
I must safeguard the
I
land.
know that's better solution. No.
Instruction begins.
That looks really good for now. I don't even need to summon that many golems. I barely use them actually. I have to.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Stop. You're screwed. You are completely screwed. With this,
I am ready to learn.
this,
Nature will rise against you.
okay, that was a nice match. I my yawn, so hopefully not that much. But so far, so good. It's actually worked really well. But just a little unlucky with this card, so that wasn't much which is feel too satisfying. So let's try this one on another. We'll see if I can make more advantage from my gods.
Versus Garrosh.
Okay, we have a warrior.
Victory or death. I must protect the
And my
wild.
cards are bad. Well, it could be worse. One, two, three, four. Hmm, that's slightly better. Just slightly. Why do you take a time? Wait, shut up. There's this, wait one turn. If I do this, then I lose this stuff. So I use this and
Job done.
this can make him busy. I can go something bigger in next turn. Here it is. No. So where? Start, which I'm looking for, but I can do more. It'd be really good if I can do this and this, but I don't have enough cards for that. I need to keep this as my backup. This is basically my wild card. This card can do a lot of different in this game.
Pandaria will be ours!
Hmm. Hmm. I should probably do something. I don't want to play this
I
unless this is
wonder.
the perfect experiment. This, I don't need this yet. So, probably a little waste.
For the wild.
For some time before
Job's
I be
done.
able to do something really more effective. Especially with this card. I'm pretty sure he'd go after this card right now. And with his talent here, he needs to be really careful.
What now?
Damn it! Well, that was unexpected. And I have this. Can this card survive this? Don't think so. Damn it, I need some other cards in my hand right now. I don't want to play this. Uh, wait.
For the wilds.
Yeah.
I must safeguard the land.
At least something. It's wasted. I don't want to do
Job's
that.
done.
I don't have too much choice right now. He don't have anything on the board, but his hand is full of cards. That could be pretty much anything.
What now?
There's
May
still
my
one more
ancestors
side.
watch over. Back to work!
And I know exactly what I can use. I know exactly what I can use. I can actually, no, I can't do wrong. All I will be really good if I can, but that is not.
I must choose!
Nope. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, I got this. So I wanna play this. Um,
I must safeguard the land.
probably.
For the wild.
this. He doesn't have weapon anymore, but I'm sure he has at least one more weapon in his belt. It's only a matter of time when he uses it. So what
Your
now?
mother was a murloc!
This? Okay. Good. Um,
For the wild.
this is probably not good, but
Job done.
450 points so far. So if he attack with this, then he loses. Really?
For the war chief!
Damn it. Uh, okay. So, how about this?
For the wild. Job done.
That won't keep you busy for some time. Eventually, I can combine these two cards. I would like to wait for this. I will not. If you don't use them, damn it! Okay. Well, I don't have a choice anymore. I need to get on board really. Oh, come on, this thing right now! Damn it! God damn it.
Behold the rage of the Firelands!
Well, if this thing survives, and I have a chance to do something, he used all of his execute, so it's not enough to defeat him, but he still can do a few more nasty things here.
What now?
This is not good. Not good at all.
What now?
Best thing is
Back
I
to
can
work!
do okay, I know what he's trying to
I must choose!
do. Damn it. This is not good. Okay.
I got the best deals
One,
anywhere.
six, and that's me.
For the wild!
This is risky. I pretty much cleared the board. So unless he has something really powerful, I can do this and
Try this!
that's the this is you go after my face. Kidding. He's still judging he can do it. He has a lot of hit points, so this is done. Okay, he didn't do it. What do I need to do depends on a card. Like anyone can win for me. That's not good for me. He doesn't have a card. I know something like this.
Pay attention, class.
Push as hard as I can.
It's time for a little blood.
This won't help you. Okay.
For the wild.
A little bit
Construction begins.
really well. Now I have to split the situation. He pushed hard on me, but now he's running on a dog. And unless he has something really good, then he will. Good, but he will live. It's not enough to break through. Okay. That's more like it. I think okay, so I can do actually. On the 3 plus 5, and I can do
Pay
this.
attention, class.
Actually, I don't need to do anything. I can just and okay. So I win, but once again, I was my goal. So let's try this one last time. Hopefully, I can do better. And we have a shaman. I really want to keep this card, but for start is not a good idea. Let's. Oh, that is not good. That is not what I want. That is not what I want at all. Come on! Not that difficult to choose some card. What are you waiting for? Do something! Well, finally. Okay, and I have no cards to play, so let's first shut up and play my turn. Really? You waste your crystal on this. You're kidding me. Um. Well, he clearly have no cards. If he's desperate enough to play this, I think I can roll this one. No, what's happening next? What I can take it down. My so what do you do next? So now oh, okay. We have one more giant oil. So from here we can start do some combination here. Oh, that's Oh, you have this thing, okay. Okay. This is what you want. So I give you the chance. Okay, we have my
I
table.
must
I can
safeguard
do
the
this
land.
next turn. That's great. So next turn I do this and this. I already throw one in my deck. Just kind of middle, like I can do better, but I can also do worse. This is basically the best thing that I can do right now. Even if this card die in the next turn,
Behold the rage of the
it
fireland.
still take out me. Bam. 3 on the deck, 1 on the board.
Feel nature's wrath.
And I can do only better from him. If he survives in the next turn, and I can do this or this. Damn it! That bastard! You pay for this, I hope. Okay, this sucks. This officially sucks. Uh, okay. So, what I can do
What to do?
here is I need a compensation. So
I
I
can
do this
taste the mana.
and this, which return me what I stole. And this
All
and
the
this
while,
and this. That bastard! This is disgusting, God. I hate this card. I knew this happened sooner or later. But the biggest problem of this card is not with the fuck. Really? No? What do you want? Then let's do this. Don't think I can let you win this game. But even if I was even when he died, that is still I still get a plus how much? Normally that is like 10, so I can do
did you bring
11
some fish?
Jade guns, which is really strong. He pushing back. So now I need get advantage from this, which mean the best thing which I can do right now. It's throw many golems as possible and unleash the force of Jade army on you. If I be able to do that, then I can do
What to
this.
do?
First, I need to deal with
There is little time.
golems. Totem must go down and this thing must go down as well. I can sacrifice to God. This thing needs to survive because it's down, but we will see.
What
Okay, so actually, this and more golems in my hand. Like this. Let's push hard as I can. Let's summon more cards in the next turn. Actually, I can place these two cards at the same time. I have this and this. And hey, he has the big guns too. What? You Jade army is better than my Jade.
Job's done.
Yes. This is what I'm talking about. Oh yes. Most definitely. I can unleash something. Oh, that was useless. Minions, okay? You should read text of your card. Because if you don't, that was pretty stupid. Then he's panicking, like, he's panicking really, really bad. You think you can do this? Okay, now it's time to be really, really more cards in my hand. Yes, the more Jade Golem. Oh yes. Oh, this thing don't interfere, and my golems going down like crazy fast. Or this was not. If I can wait just a few more rounds. Haha, that don't help you. That don't help you, buddy. Really? He's panicking. He's super crazily panicking right now. That won't help you. He's panicking. Okay, I need to take this. Or I can simply do.
I can taste the mana.
Oh, damn it! Oh, that is not card which I wish to play. Well, that sucks. Okay. Okay, and unless you have something really good in your hand, then you are pretty much screwed right now. Because from here, I can do only better. This won't help you. Okay, now this. Now he knows. How he don't even try anymore. He just doing this.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Okay, so as a final fight was actually a big success because I was able to utilize my Jade army really well, and as you can see, I get tons of golems in my hand, and if I want, I can even more and more and more and just like basically being strong every time when I decide to do this. So that was great. If I want, I can easily boost my deck even more. So first two match wasn't anything special, and this one can get even better, but I can say I'm pretty satisfied. So yeah, Jade Druid. I don't think like Jade Druid is only one who can play Jade. I think he is best. I would say like second best is probably Rogue. Because this card, so she can basically combine this card and give itself more copy of this when it is combined with the where's this card? Did I miss it? Where is it? What? Okay, when she can use combined with this, then that's gonna be really good. So normally she can have like 6 golems, just 6. Well, actually, 8 if she has what is this card? One if she had this, then she can have 8 cards. But when she combined this and this and this, where is it? Can't find it again. Damn it. So when she combine these cards, then she can be also really good, but she don't need to do any choices. So I think she's like third best card for Jade Army. If we looking for Shaman, then he have just this. And what else? Yeah, this. I believe one more card. Okay, this one, but I don't think this one is that much. But even if give it a count, which others can do, but I think they others can't. She basically Shaman cannot multiply her stocks, which means he can get just this basic set, which still can be really good. But I think Rogue can do better. Well, it depends on situation because Shaman have some other really nasty card like this thing is disgusting. Like it's like polymorphons. It's like mass polymorph. It's like mass polymorph pretty much. It is disgusting card. Like disgustingly overpowered. So yeah, but like I said, Jade is a really good card. This card definitely receives some improvement in the future. I wanna do. I wanna add this card, obviously, and of course already mentioned this card, which can push strength of this deck even more. And I don't need to rely too much about these Jade idols, which I can use only as options if I feel like I'm really lucky with my cards. That is probably a good idea to do. But yeah, there's still things to improve. But I think that it's really satisfying. I have a lot of fun to play this deck. So if you wanna do your own version, then I give you some basic ideas, or you can do this by your own. But I'm pretty sure there will be like something. Let's see if there is something like this. Locus, obviously. There is some cars. Like with these recipes, there is some cars which I can understand why they are here, but there is few which I really like asking myself, like, why? I mean, some cars here are exactly the same which I have, but why this car? I don't think this car is too big a deal for this deck. Like Raven seems to be a little better. Or white this card. I mean, yeah, it's generate some cards, and this deck definitely needs it, but it can do just one card. And this card absolutely make no sense with this deck. This card, I'm there. I'm not too confident usually about many things, but with this deck, I'm really confident to say my deck is better than this. There is some cards which I have no idea what they are. Okay, so yeah, Jade deck. The Jade Duid is a really nice card. So there are some cards, some more decks which I want to do in the future. As you can see, it's like a quick sneak peek. But other than that, I'm done for today. So thanks for your time, and I will see you later.